Hey, everybody, welcome to What's Up Wednesday. I have been doing these in my private Facebook community, which you can definitely join. I'll put the link in the comments. And I wanted to put this out into a wider audience. And so here we are. So, what is What's Up Wednesday? So, What's Up Wednesday is where I share a tip, an insight, a story, something with you that relates to where you're at. And typically, where my audience, where you usually are stuck in being part of the sandwich generation, taking care of an aging parent, worried about an aging parent, taking care of children, a child. It could be a teenager, it could be a grown um, adult-like child that, you're still in some way, shape, or form caring for. It could be a business. You could be sandwiched with a lot of different things. And one thing that keeps coming up is I'm hearing this over and over and over again. I don't think I'm worthy. I don't think I deserve to put the oxygen mask on myself first. Hearing that and really it's coming back to where I was many years ago. I didn't realize that I was feeling this way. So can you relate to this? Doing so much, never sitting down, always busy, 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 busy doing. Well, that's part of being in survival mode. Didn't realize I was in survival mode. Very interesting. And that's not what I'm here to talk to you about today. Today, I want to talk to you about receiving. You're like, what? So let me share my story with you and my experience on not receiving and how I opened myself up to receive and what's happened as a result of that. So back in 2018, I was at a conference for coaches, and I had just kind of dipped my toe into coaching at that point. Just dipped my toe in. I'd finished my coach training and really wasn't sure of my niche and a lot of other things. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go to this conference. It's going to help me figure out my niche, figure out my business, all the things. Oh, did it. And it broke me open in a good way. Stay with me. So one of the exercises at this conference was we were sitting around a table. Maybe there was like 10 of us, right? And by the way, this conference just full of like-minded, supportive, loving coaches, right? That are coming from a place of service. Also want to be compensated, obviously, for the transformation that we are providing, but that's the baseline. Very kind, very accepting, very different world from what I had been used to in my previous work life. Okay. Whew. So this was like a breath of fresh air. And I was like, I wasn't sure if I could trust that what I was noticing, the love, the support, all of it. And so I'm sitting around at this table, probably 10 or so other coaches around this round table. And the assignment was for each of us to go around and say, share what a client has said about us, basically a client testimonial. Okay. And so it comes my turn and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, well, this client said this about me. And I almost like, I just discounted it. I just tossed it away. This is what they said. The guy next to me, the coach next to me, Tom, he looks me dead in the eye and he says, "Are you receiving that?" He caught me, is what I thought. He caught me just throwing away this comment, this testimonial that a client had given me. And there was some further communication back and forth. I can't even remember what he said, but basically I'm just like, I'm not crying, but I'm tearing up. That broke me open. And it needed to. And so I'm coming to you today to ask you to get curious about the question I'm about to ask you. And that question is, are you receiving? And let me back up. Why is this important? You might be like, well, so what? So what? People, they say this, that, and the other, and nice things about me, and they compliment me. So what if I'm not receiving it? Well, not receiving leads to not feeling worthy. Not feeling worthy leads to neglecting yourself. Neglecting yourself leads to frustration, overwhelm, health issues, mental, physical, emotional, financial issues, relationship issues. It's just hard. And it doesn't have to be. So I began getting really curious about receiving and accepting those compliments and taking those to heart. And what I did, when I began receiving, more abundance came into my mindset, my heart, my soul. More abundance allowed me to know that I deserve to put my oxygen mask on first. In other words, to take care of myself first. Knowing that I deserve, everything started falling into place. My business, relationship, financial, my mindset, all started to elevate. What we focus on grows. When we focus on receiving, really receiving those compliments and those testimonials and all the things, that grows. When that's growing, when you know you deserve to take care of yourself first, when you are in an abundance mindset, you show up differently. When you show up differently, you are going to get different results and outcomes than when you were not in this place and when you were not receiving. It's energy. It's the energy and the aura that we operate at and we exude. Others can feel and sense our energy. And when someone can sense that you value yourself, you're deserving, you're receiving, it's a very different interaction from you being in a place of not receiving. Matter of fact, I have been savoring this book, Sacred Success by Barbara Stanny. A Course in Financial Miracles. It's so much more than financial miracles. And I came across a chapter on receiving. Go figure. What you focus on grows. Here it is. So I'm going to share a little bit of this with you. A Course in Miracles, this is something different. A Course in Miracles says, make no attempt to judge anything because you do not understand what anything means. All meaning comes from your past experience. The book says, receiving is something most of us, women in particular, are not very good at. The Course in Miracles, tells us every day, 1,000 treasures come to me with every passing moment. Our job is to open our eyes as well as our hearts to fully receive those copious treasures. Too often we let the distractions of daily life prevent us from noticing what's being laid at our feet. Ignoring the bounty that flows to us is essentially an act of pushing it away, of saying no to abundance. Receiving is to our soul what eating is to our bodies, a source of strength, nourishment, and growth. So you might be asking yourself, okay, fine, Wendy, that's all well and good. How do I go from not feeling worthy and not receiving into what you're talking about? Into receiving, into abundance, into feeling deserving, into getting different results and different energy. Well, I have a journal that I've created for you, and it will not only help you to know that you are worthy and value yourself, it'll also give you peace of mind so that you're taking care of yourself. I'll post the journal below. Really, you get 30 days of prompts from me, right? So you don't have to go in this and, oh gosh, what am I going to write? You'll be prompted each day for 30 days in this journal, and specifically around your worth, your value, having peace of mind, feeling worthy. So if you think this might be a good fit for you, I will put a link in the show notes, and take a look. All you have to do to get this, it's free. Add your name, email address. You'll be able to download that immediately. All right. I will see you next week for What's Up Wednesday. Have ideas of what you would like for me to talk about? Put it in the comments, and I'm happy to research that, share it with you, share tips, advice, all the things. All right. I'll see you next time. Bye.